Did you know the same fruit that's one of the most popular for desserts and smoothies in the world is the key to firmer, tighter, and more glowing skin? I'll be giving you a free DIY recipe later in this video. And this is for many people around the planet because I pick these little tidbits up on my travels and I share some of those videos here with you when I go to different regions. But globally, people are forced to be more creative than we are. Did you know, however, you may already be using this ingredient and you don't even know it? I'll show you where it's hiding in your skincare because look here. Check this ingredient list out. This is my AHA cream. More on that in a second and where it might be in your skincare if you're not using mine. But the big question for you, why aren't you using more of it for better, inexpensive results? Bromelain in the pineapple also reduces puffiness from the inflammation reduction, and that makes it perfect for the under eye care. So if you travel the world, you'll see people use this specifically for under eye tightening and brightening. First, why would you even use it? Well, here's the top 3 proven benefits. Firstly, it fights wrinkles, thus it tightens. Number 2, it clears up acne. And number 3, it leaves your skin looking more radiant and glowing. Let's get into the detail, but I know what's on your mind right now. While you might think most pineapples come from Hawaii, the truth is actually 80% of the world's pineapples come from where? Can you guess? Costa Rica. Just a quick fact. Well, why the glowing? Now, pineapple's not technically an alpha hydroxy acid, AHA, but that ingredient list I showed you before, that was the alpha hydroxy acid cream, and you want to check your AHA cream as well, but also you might find it as an exfoliant in your clarifying cleanser right now. Please, though, don't click away to check just yet. That would mess up my YouTube algorithm, ruin my channel, and depress me for the week. That would be like skipping dessert when it's already on the table. Who does that? I'll be giving you a free DIY recipe later in this video. That's the dessert here. But seriously, do check your products after this video to see if you're on it. And the next step, you're going to check what percentage strength is in the product that you're using. So remember, all this free stuff I'm giving you, all I ask you to do is subscribe and send this video to your friends. They'll love the free tips, and so I can make the case to my boss, so I can keep making these videos. But pineapple, it does have similar skin effects to alpha hydroxy acids due to its enzyme content. You'll be familiar with glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid. These are all alpha hydroxy acids. And remember, I have complete videos on all of these. All you have to do is on YouTube, you can just search in the search bar, Rajani and lactic, glycolic, mandelic, or even in Google. And my videos will come up in detailing all of those. But that's what you're thinking of. Those are alpha hydroxy acids. What makes pineapple act like an AHA? Well, it contains something called bromelain, a proteolytic enzyme that works to break down proteins, helping to exfoliate dead skin cells. Another shocking fact to show you the power of this, it's not common knowledge, but bromelain is so effective at breaking down proteins that it's used commercially to tenderize meat. It's also why your mouth sometimes feels sore after you eat too much pineapple. It's literally digesting the proteins in your mouth, so be careful here. It's why when the pros eat pineapple, to avoid irritation, many pair it with yogurt or eat it after a meal with proteins. That balances bromelain's effects and prevents discomfort. So that tingle on your tongue, that's the bromelain saying, I'm working my magic, just like it will on your skin. While AHAs like glycolic and lactic acid are chemical exfoliants that dissolve the bonds that are between the skin cells, bromelain enzymatically digests those skin cell bonds, and thus it achieves a similar result but a different mechanism of action. Thus, the recipe I'll be giving you in a minute can work with your existing skincare as well. It can work with your AHAs and your beta hydroxy acids. Why? Because of that different mechanism of action that I talked about. The slightly different mechanism makes them work synergistically. The key difference, AHAs are acid-based exfoliants. Glycolic acid directly dissolves that glue, whereas pineapple is enzyme-based with that bromelain. Specifically, it digests keratin proteins on the surface of the skin. Then why is pineapple a great AHA alternative I see used around the world for those without access to the products the great ones that you have access to? Well, it's gentle on the skin, obviously used in moderation. You don't overdo anything. It provides natural vitamin C, which AHAs lack. They don't have vitamin C typically. You see, you need vitamin C for collagen, and collagen is a support for your face and to prevent your sag. Think of collagen as the Spanx of your skin. It holds everything in place and smooths out the lumps to boot. Did you know that a single cup of pineapple contains 131% of your daily vitamin C requirement? That's more, in fact, than oranges. Pineapple also adds hydration and anti-inflammatory benefits alongside that exfoliation. It's a powerhouse. Before we get into exactly how to use it, here's something wild. Pineapples originated in South America and were once considered so rare and valuable in Europe that people rented them as party props. That's right, owning a pineapple was a status symbol. I never knew that before. So, here's exactly how to use it safely. Sure, you can eat fresh pineapple, and if you do regularly, it can improve your skin's texture. However, applying it topically, of course, amplifies those benefits. Use fresh pineapple juice sparingly, diluted with water. That avoids any irritation. Remember, it's a proteolytic enzyme here. I see people using this overseas. 1 part fresh pineapple with 2 to 3 parts of water, or even a soothing carrier. Often I see it mixed with aloe vera gel. They just grab the plant, take out the gel, and they add it with pineapple. But it's about that ratio. Now, always remember, you want to do a test patch, like anything I talked to you about. Inner forearm or out back near the ear are 2 good areas to do your test patch. Always avoid applying this on open wounds or super sensitive skin because you do get tingling and stinging. And imagine when you eat pineapple, some people get that as well. That's the power of it. Now let's head to your kitchen for some tropical skin magic. Here's a DIY recipe that combines the power of pineapple with my other skin-loving ingredients that you'll be all too familiar with. So you want to blend, here's the recipe. If you're going to copy something down, here it is. Blend 2 tablespoons of fresh pineapple chunks with 1 tablespoon of yogurt and 1 teaspoon of honey. Remember, you're going to blend this. That creates a mask, and you want to apply that, as always, to clean skin. Now, you could use your exfoliant cleanser with AHA here as well, just prior, as long as you don't have sensitive skin. You want to leave that on for 10 minutes, and as always with these recipes, you rinse off with lukewarm water. Not cold, not hot. Now, here's a powerhouse add-on. A pinch of turmeric. For you precise people, you always ask me in the comments below, how much is a pinch? A half a teaspoon at most, because it can slightly discolor your skin for a short period of time if you leave it on too long or you use too much turmeric. I don't seem to see that on my skin. Some people will say with a full teaspoon, you certainly might see that. So a little less than that, half a teaspoon. Well, research in the Journal of Cosmetic Science found that bromelain combined with lactic acid from the yogurt, that's where you'll find it, boosts skin renewal while the honey adds hydration. You wouldn't think it, but it does. Honey does that. Also, of course, honey, as we know, is an antibacterial and antiviral. But here's where it gets really interesting. Pineapple helps fight acne also by naturally exfoliating the dead skin cells that clog the pores. That's why often with an AHA cream, we add a BHA, a beta hydroxy acid, because it's fat soluble and it works well for acne. So AHA creams you'll see mixed with a BHA. A BHA would be like salicylic. Bromelain also boosts skin elasticity by enhancing collagen synthesis. And that's what adds bounce and the return to the natural state after the skin is pulled or tugged or stretched. Now, we talked vitamin C. To really put vitamin C to work for you, you'll want to watch this video on your do-it-yourself collagen bone broth, and one down here on devices. So if you want to add a home device to this routine, you'll see which is the best one and even how to use it to keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.